add anything, so addition is not possible, and in their ground state or in their resting state even they don't need anything to complete their stability. Therefore these are less reactive or little reactive. In short, we can say that alkanes are called paraffins because they have a little affinity towards a general reagent. Or we can also say, as when we read inorganic compound and its headquarters are located in Switzerland. Okay, official language is English. Actually, nomenclature means to name anything. You know that in our real life, when a baby is born, mother, father, grandfather, grandmother or the family members, they start to call the name of the baby. What happens in some of the families, they start to call different names, the names which they like, until and unless an official name is given to that baby. For example, my name is Samreen, your name may be David or Krishna or Hamza or Shruti or Ikra. Okay, so your names may be these. So we all people have different names. Here our coaching's name is Crack Physics. So everything has its name. So the tendency to name anything is known as nomenclature. Whenever any organic compound is discovered, due to the set rules, every person, or you can say the discoverer of that organic compound, names the organic compound. As the rules are worldwide, they are universal, so the scientist from any other country or any other state understands its name and understands its structures because the rules are common, right? So this is the role of nomenclature. You know that the need for an international standard for chemistry was first addressed in 1860 by a German scientist whose name I remember was Frederick August, and the committee was the first international conference to create an international naming system of the organic compounds. The ideas that were formulated in that conference evolved into the official IUPAC nomenclature of organic chemistry, which we will be reading in this module. So, as we are discussing about alkanes, you know alkanes are saturated compounds. Okay? As we have already read about the degree of unsaturation, saturated and unsaturated compound. So now you know that what are the saturated compounds. Here there are single bond between carbons. You know that there is a special name for alkane also. That special name has already been mentioned in your NCERT. Its name is paraffin. And we know that the compounds which are formed purely by carbon and hydrogen are known as hydrocarbons. So alkanes are paraffin hydrocarbons. Alkanes can be acyclic. Acyclic means there is no cycle. So in simple term, I can write open chain also. Alkanes can be cyclic also. So there are two varieties of alkanes here. The very first member of alkane is CH4, which we have already discussed. Its name is methane. I have already told you the number of carbons and the special name for that. If you remember, then it's okay. If you don't remember, listen to me. 1 carbon When there is only one carbon, it is known as meth. When there are two carbons, means what? Try to recall, that is eth. When there are three carbons, what is the name? That is prop. When there are four carbons, what is the name? That is bute. When there are five carbons, so the chain of five carbons is known with the name of pent. Similarly, 6 is known with the name of hex. 7 is known with the name of hept. 8 is known with the name of oct. 9 is known with the name of non. 10 is known with the name of dec. 11 is known with the name of unidec. And 12 is known with the name of dodec. Okay. Whenever we try to name any compound in IUPAC, there is a set system, and the skeleton of that set system is locant, prefix, parent and suffix. This is the skeleton. What is this locant? Locant is something where the substituent and functional groups are present. Okay. Prefix is to tell that what are the particular substituents located. So, it is to name substituents. Parent is to tell how many carbons are there in parent chain. It tells us the number of carbons. Suffix is to tell the primary functional group. Okay. A few minutes before, I told you that alkanes are known with the name of paraffin. Do you wonder why? What is this paraffin? Actually, paraffin is a word which is derived from Latin, and it is combination of two words, that is param and affinus. Param means little and affinus means reactivity. So what does it mean? It means little reactivity. Now, if I ask you that why are we calling alkanes as little reactivity? Little reactivity compounds. Why? Because alkanes are saturated compounds. They don't need to add anything. No matter if we provide the conditions, so it goes into the substitution reaction, means it replaces its hydrogen or any group with any other thing, that is substitution. But it doesn't want to add anything, so addition is not possible. And in their ground state or in their resting state, even they don't need anything to complete their stability. Therefore, these are less reactive or little reactive. In short, we can say that alkanes are called paraffins because they have a little affinity towards a general reagent. Or we can also say, as when we read inorganic compounds or we read about periodic table, so what we say to the group 18? We say inert gases or noble gases. So just likewise, we can say that alkanes are relatively inert substance. They undergo reaction under drastic conditions. So these are very important points for you, because these points can come as assertion reason type, or in those questions in which there is tick how many statements are correct. Okay. So I can write that alkanes are inert substance. I have explained you already that what is the reason. Next, I can write that they undergo reaction under drastic conditions. Okay, so this was about paraffin. I have already told you the skeleton of IUPAC system. Now let's come to the naming part. Okay, so first of all, when we were discussing about acyclic hydrocarbon, as I have already told you that the number of carbon are denoted by special names, that is this. Okay, and alkanes, whenever we are going to name alkane, we use the word ANE. Okay, so here I would like you to draw the structures of methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane. As this is really very easy task for you, so I am not going to make the structures. You know that you have to make the alkanes with particular 1 carbon in methane, 2 carbon in ethane, 3 carbon in propane, likewise afterwards, and you also draw unidecane and dodecane. Now let's go on to the naming of cycloalkanes. This is very interesting. Here again prefix will be there. Okay, cyclo word will be present here. Why? Here locants will also come if there is any locant. Okay, so locant is there. Cyclo word is there because a ring is present. Next you will write what is the parent chain. Okay, then you will write suffix, that what functional group is present. As here there is alkane, so you will be writing ANE. Now as I have already told you the carbon chain and their special name, so I would like you to draw cyclopropane, cyclobutane.
In crowded classes, these gaps go unnoticed. With one-to-one mentoring, chemistry becomes logical and real improvement begins.